Welcome along to Allotment Joy. Trials and tribulations of having an allotment. Being in the greenhouse, I've noticed that we've had curled leaves. I've given them Calmag, I've given them Tomerite, I've made sure that they're well hydrated, etc. And I used to have a whole greenhouse full of tomatoes. Now I've got beefsteak tomatoes and I've got the Roma Italian tomatoes as well. So it's looking slightly empty in here at the moment. Well, at the moment it is empty in here. Basically I've got tomato blight and the onset, and we've got dropped fruit that's rotted off. We've got brown leaves, curled leaves. I really like brown leaves. And yeah, so when you touch them, you can see the powder or the spores. So that's not a good sign. And what you also find, in what I found anyway, is like here, totally rotted off. Yeah, so there it is there in different places, but you also see it going up the stem or on the stem. So yeah, so I decided before it actually takes all the tomatoes, I'll take the tomatoes before it does. So I've thinned everything out again to create maximum air space. So anything brown leaves, etc., which is one here. Let's have a look. You can see here, it's browning. So I think I'll just thin. What on earth? Looks like a right mess there. I'll have to clean it up. Yeah, so I'll thin it out a bit more, aerate everything. And then let's see how we get going with this. If I find that the remaining tomatoes are getting more blight, then I'm going to take all the tomatoes in, the tomatoes, and call it a day. I have hedged my bets, and I've got tomatoes outside. Also Roma tomatoes. So we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, it's just like when people plant onions. They're grown from sets and some grown by seed. And your best bet is just don't rely on the one method. Do both. And if one doesn't work, then you'll have it. The other method will work, like your onions. So anyways, here's my chrysanthemums. Love the smell of chrysanthemums. Again, didn't have enough time to train them. I really like to do some single-headed ones, but still a nice smell anyway. So anyway, I've got them. They're perennial, so I'll look after them and make sure they come through next year. And maybe I might do a better job at it. Anyway, in the meantime though, I've got a few tomatoes here. Yeah, I wasn't about to let that all go to waste. And then tomatoes. So here, like curled leaves. But you could see when you move the plant, you could actually see the spores. So no, definitely not. So out they go. Now, yeah. So it's all the remainder of the tomatoes. I think I'll be going for blight resistant ones next year anyway. In this bed here, which I've got water, I've actually got dwarf French beans, and they're actually homegrown for last year. Planted them now. They're on the way up. Got to get them watered, and yeah, there's so much to do, so little time, only one pair of hands. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you. Bye.